Hey guys, welcome back. I just wanted to come and update y'all. About a couple weeks ago, I had my second hysteroscopic myomectomy. If you've been following my story, I had my first one about maybe 2018, 2019. That one was unsuccessful. The fibroid kept like blocking it. It was like really blocking the canal area, so the speculum kept breaking. So they was only able to get a partial amount of a fibroid. Fast forward like 2 years after that, I had an open myomectomy, which they removed about 20 fibroids from my uterus. So now, fast forward some more. Now I'm seeing a fertility specialist. Before proceeding, they wanted my uterus to be like perfect, so they wanted me to go in, and I went back to my surgeon, and he did the hysteroscopic myomectomy and tried to remove as many fibroids as he could. I also had a polyp in there, so I haven't had my follow up visit with him. Have that in about 2 weeks, so I can kind of get more information about what he did take out, the reasons why he couldn't take out some, because my husband, who was there with me, told him that he was able to get most of it, but there were a few that he weren't able to get to. Just in case you never had this procedure or you got one coming up, it is an outpatient procedure. So you go in and and you go home the same day. The day before, they called me and told me that my surgery was at 4 p.m. I had to arrive at 2 p.m. They told me to don't eat anything after midnight, and then I can drink liquid up until 1 p.m. That up until that following day, and but anything but the red Gatorade. So it was like a pretty smooth process. I kind of, I don't know, the whole time I was assuming like my surgery was gonna be at like 8, 7, 8 a.m. But I was like about the last one of the day, which kind of sucks because they was running behind. And once they took me back into like my room, so I got checked in. They took me back to the room. They let me change into a gown, the little hospital socks, and then they gave me an IV. I was sitting back there for over 2 hours because they was like so behind, but it was all cool. I mean, it was very annoying because they kind of pushed the time back where we got home, but everything went okay. Um, so like they give you, once you go back there, they give you a little bracelet with your identification, your number, date of birth, and everything on it. They give you the pre-screen for anesthesiology. They really got their eyes with this because they asked me these questions on the phone call the day before. Then they somebody comes in, they ask me these questions again once they bring you back there. Then the actual anesthesiologist comes back and he asks the same questions. So they wanted to make sure like you haven't had any issues with it in the past, or just make sure everything's gonna go all right. Um, as far as that day, it's funny. One of the funniest things I remember from that day is the anesthesiologist coming in and it was like, "All right, here comes the good stuff," and like he puts it into my IV, so it can go into my system, and like literally he put it in, and then he like unlocked the bed. He pushes me out the bed. Literally, we only go maybe 10, maybe 15 feet, 15, 20 feet around the corner. And then we pass the little bin for the head things. He grabs one of the head things and he says it should be kicking in any second now. And I'm like, okay, I didn't think none of it, but literally I do not remember going around the corner because like where we was when he said that, it was literally 5 more feet and we was going around the corner. I don't remember none of that part right there. Like that stuff knocks you out. As far as the surgery, I didn't have a whole lot of pain. Well, I didn't have any major pain. I had like a little dull ache, especially on one side. I remember when I opened my myomectomy, I had pain on the other side. Where I think the largest, well, it was definitely the side where my largest fibroid was. So this time I had like pain on the left side. They cleared me to go back to work after 2 days, But I think they had to do like with the medicine and the anesthesiology and all that good stuff. So I have a very physical job. So I emailed my doctor and was like, hey, like, I literally, lift men and women that's like 4 or 5 times bigger than me. Like, what will I be okay to do this after, 2 days after the surgery? And he wrote back, he was like, yeah, you should be fine. I don't believe I don't think so. He says that, but like, I know my body. I feel like I was off that day. The day it was that Tuesday. I was off Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I went back to work Friday. But I only got like light people. I didn't get anybody that was really heavy. So I kind of kept it really light just for my sanity. I just didn't feel, I should be doing that. But even that, like next week, when I kind of went back to my regular patients and in normal lifting, I could feel that it was different on the inside. Like I felt different when I was like lifting people. Sometimes I can feel like a certain strain. So like, I don't know, I kind of changed the way how I was doing stuff and was being a lot more cautious, just trying to make sure everything heals right. So just, be cautious about that. I mean, everybody's surgery is different. Everybody is getting different types of fibroids removed in different areas. Everybody's surgery might not be as intensive. Like you just never know. Like you can't compare yourself to everybody because all our surgeries are different. We don't really know like how much cutting they did, or because some fibroids are embedded into structures in there or in your uterus, so you are like they have to cut it through, and that's trauma to your body, and so that has to heal. But I don't know, but I just wanted to update y'all. I think that was everything from that. But yeah, but as far as right now, like I feel fine. I feel like everything is pretty healed. What this is, I'm using my phone. I was trying to see what the date was. Like it's almost St. Patrick's Day. So my surgery was about a month ago. So I'm about a month out from it. I feel like everything is nearly back to normal. I took pain medicine for a few days, just cause like I was having like the little numb pains, but I was only taking like ibuprofen, and Tylenol, and it did the trick. So I didn't need anything heavy. Like I said, in a few weeks I have my follow-up appointment, and then hopefully I can proceed to the next steps with my fertility specialist. But I will keep you updated.